April 6, 1917, and the United States took up arms to join the Allies. Recruits came, bankers, bakers, men from every walk of life. Goodbye, Broadway, and over there were the songs as they sailed. The Yanks are coming.
Alright guys, we are here in Kansas City, Missouri, and we are here today at the National WW1 Museum and Memorial. Someplace that I've been wanting to go for a little while, I just never got to it. So we're going to go check this place out and see what we can see. Hope you guys can hear me because this camera's mic's butt. It sucks. So hopefully I'm talking loud enough. I kind of want to go up in that thing. I hope they can let us. Alright guys, let's go check this out. There's the front gate. Zoom in a little bit.
That's what she said.
And that is the tower. We will go ahead and walk on up here and see what's going on. We're going to go up here and look at some of these statues and things, because this place is huge and it's got a lot of cool stuff. So we're going to go check this stuff out. There's a little memorial pond. Yeah, this place is huge. Like, it's gigantic. Like when I was doing Union Station, like I walked across the street into the yard to do my little intro, and wow, this building is gorgeous. Really nice day to be doing this too. Oh, I wonder what this is. This is crazy. Now, I know you guys can't see it, but this thing is gigantic. Like, it is massive.
That's what she said.
Massive. Anyways, wow, this is something else. Tell you what, guys, this is a great view of Kansas City. Just wonderful. Well, it's just really cool. Lots of things to see up here, that's for sure. I don't know what this is or what it's supposed to be. I wonder if there's anything up here. Describing this. Go up here, take a look at the tower and see what we can see up here. Because I'm not sure what all is up here. Wow, the view from up here is crazy. Alright, we'll go look at the tower first. Yeah, the view up here is crazy, guys, and you'll see it in a minute. Wow, the slabs down here seem like they're loose. Some of them are loose. It says, in honor of those who served in the World War in defense of liberty in our country. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's hard to see on my screen, so I apologize if I don't get this whole thing in here. It says, dedicated November 1st, 1921, in the presence of Marshal Foch, Admiral Beatty, General Pershing, James J. Pershing, I believe that's who that is, General Diaz, General Jacques, Vice President Calvin Coolidge, Robert Alexander Long, President of the Liberty Memorial Association, guest of the American Legion. I bet this thing looks awesome, lit up at night. Sorry guys, there's some people up here and I'm trying to be respectful, so. Over here. I think this exhibit, Memorial Hall, it's closed. Except for war remains ticket holders? Huh. That must be an exhibit that, I don't know, maybe they're working on it. Really cool building though. Walk up here and take a look at it so you guys can see it. But it is closed. Now this view is gonna be crazy, guys. We're gonna go check this out. Like, it is gorgeous. Wow. I don't know if you guys can see this view, but it is crazy. You can see there's Union Station. Backdrop is downtown Kansas City. You can see right there, I think, if I can see right on my screen, right there's the T-Mobile Center. Right there's the Western Auto building. I believe over somewhere in here is the Kansas City Star building. Sorry guys, I don't know a ton about the buildings in Kansas City because we usually don't come up here very much. But wow, yeah, see guys, that's Union Station right there. And where I was at in one of my videos, in the Kansas City Massacre video, I was down there. And down here, there's some crazy artwork on this building, and it's just phenomenal. You can see the trains over there. But wow, guys, crazy view, as you can see. Zoom back out a little bit. Yeah, that is downtown Kansas City. Union Station. Crazy. I almost don't want to leave this spot because it's like, it's really, really like beautiful actually. Yep, right down there, that's where the Kansas City Massacre happened. If you guys haven't seen it, you should check out my video. There's a ton of information in there. Lots of stuff happened. This basically talks about the 19th Amendment. With the 19th Amendment prohibits the denial or abridgment for the right to vote on the basis of sex, but it did not guarantee the right to vote to all women. And this talks about women in the wartime, which more than 9 million women were mobilized themselves for the war effort. And it basically talks how they went to the American Red Cross to provide assistance to service members in the front lines. It also talks about how black men saw their participation in the conflict as a way to further better themselves for citizenship and things like that. And it says more than 11,000 women served in the U.S. Navy, including Lena Sutcliffe Higbee, who was later awarded the Navy Cross. Now guys, what we're looking at here is we're looking at artwork from, pictures from that time of World War I. Now right here, this is a photo of the grave of Corporal Eduardo Evaldi, and this is his burial site. they left it intact, and his father placed a plaque there in 1918. And this is where the British troops exploded 19 mines, 450 tons of explosives under German lines along this ridge, causing 10,000 casualties in just a few seconds. Let's see what I'm talking about. Now this picture right here, on October 7th, 1918, Private First Class John Lewis Barclay earned a Medal of Honor for his extraordinary lone action against the German troops advancing from the woods on the left of the frame, across the valley, and up the slope towards Barclay's position on the ridge. So he would have came from right over there. Now this is the path along which Medal of Honor recipient Alvin York and his squad marched over 130 German prisoners after a firefight on October 8th. Let's see here. This is Chapelle de Pere. Yeah, I'm gonna get some of these French words wrong, guys. I apologize for that. Underground chapel. And that is a memorial park at Beaumont, Hamel, France. That is a lone. Let's see. Now this picture right here on June 6th, the 3rd Battalion, 5th Regiment of the United States Marines, commanded by Major Benjamin Berry, attacked across this field towards below wood in the distance. Wow, it's a pretty crazy field. Let's see. What is this one? Let's see. Memorial to Henry Gunther, one of the last Americans killed during the war on November 11th, 1918. So this is where the last U.S. soldier died in the war, in World War I. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm trying to talk as loud as I can without interrupting others. This was the first light of day, and it was known as Stand To because it was the time when all the men were awake and prepared to repel an enemy attack. Alright guys, and this is open storage. This is where they wanted more room to put stuff on display and do all their archaeology and things like that. And this is just more artifacts. Wow, and all these helmets. I'm not sure which ones. That looks like a German helmet right there. Some more German helmets. That one actually, that looks like a bullet hole in that one. Some sabers. Swords. No, I think that big one in the back is a saber. I'm not 100% sure on that. Wow. Now some of these have got to be French. I know that for sure. There's a lady's hat. Some more swords. That one in the back's neat looking. It looks like something you'd see from like Gladiator or something. That's a French hat. I'm assuming most of them might be French. There's no signs down here, guys, so I'm just kind of guessing on what some of these are, from the country they are. I'd assume this might be French. Some more helmets. That looks Russian. I'm not sure if that is, but the language on it looks Russian to me. hats and things like that. Okay, let's read this here. Grace Banker. This hat was part of the uniform of Grace Banker, the chief operator of the U.S. Signal Corps Women's Telephone Operators. When awarding her a Distinguished Service Medal, General John J. Pershing credited her leadership under trying conditions near the front lines as a key communication effort in winning and helping to win the war at home. Now, which one is it, though? It's this one, maybe? Because okay, so go over here, read this. The helmets and hats in this case belong to a wide variety of Americans who contributed during the Great War. By the war's end, the U.S. had mobilized over 4.7 million military personnel, but it did not start that way. In 1917, the U.S. Army only had 133,000 men and very few resources to outfit them. These soldiers needed courage, grit, determination, and a lot of hard work to create an effective modern army. Okay. Like, I'm not sure where the helmet... Okay, the 92nd Infantry Buffalo Soldiers. This helmet belonged to a member of the 92nd Infantry, also known as the Buffalo Soldiers, in reference to the Buffalo Soldiers of the 19th century. African-American U.S. Army regiments. Over 350,000 African-Americans served in the U.S. Army during World War I. In numerous segregated units like the 92nd, the majority of the African-Americans served in support roles, although some units served on the front lines in France. One unit of the 369th Infantry Regiment served the longest in combat of any U.S. forces. In 1918, white Americans continued to keep the nation highly segregated. Despite this, African-American men and women across the country contributed their lives, service time, and money to support a war to make the world safer democracy. But I don't know which. I assume it's this one. Maybe. It's not exactly telling me which. Wow, that is crazy. That's definitely going to be a French hat. Some of these helmets are just crazy. Over here we got body armor and stuff. Chainmail. That's definitely body armor. Some fur gloves. More body armor. That looks like it's something that was used in like the medieval ages. Some more glasses. Some helmets. Over here is like bags, ammo pouches, journals. That looks Japanese or Chinese. Toolbox, compass. That's a soldier's sack, ambulance kit. Here's just a bunch of toys and things from that era. Piggy bank. Some little itty-bitty toys. That's kind of cool. I mean, that is cool. Some checkerboards, chessboards, and games during that time. Some canteens, some looks like rations, and some utensils that they would have used, some spiked boots. Now again, guys, there's not a lot here to tell me on where they came from and what soldiers used them, unless it's on there like that. It's got a U.S. canteen. Here we're going into some instruments. Drums, trumpets, bugles, snare drums, things like that. From the Army Band. Oh, that's from the U.S. Army Band. Trombone. And here's a crazy amount of binoculars and things from back then to where they would, they'd have to be scouting, so they'd have to use their binoculars quite a bit. Quite a few sets in here. Here's some really old compasses. Now, I'm not sure what some of these things are, guys, and I apologize for that. Oh, then here's a medic kit. There's the bone saw where they'd amputate and use that to amputate. And there's some, is that syringes? Bedpans and stuff like that.